Hi, this is Roger Balzer, and welcome to our 2-Minute Tuesday for March 15th of 2016. Our title for this week is, Why is it so hard to follow the rules? First, the intermediate market term indicators continue to improve. With demand and control of the intermediate time frame, it suggests that intermediate investors, which is most people that we work with in their 401k, should consider pushing more money back into positions that offer favorable risk-to-reward parameters. One of the most common mistakes I've observed over the years is the phenomenon of changing the rules midstream when things don't seem or feel right. As an investor advisor establishes a set of rules of portfolio management, when the market gets bumpy, they often choose not to follow their own or the model's guidelines. They may have a rule that they will sell or buy when X occurs. The next occurs and they say, I think I'll wait a bit and see what happens. Or if they follow a model and one of the positions in the model is declining, they say, I think I'll sell it now before the model says so to avoid any more downside. In 2012, Joel Greenblatt, a successful investor and the partner in the Gotham Capital and also the author of 2 best-selling investment books, conducted a study of the performance of investors who followed his model from 2009 through 2011. Greenblatt's firm offered 2 choices. One, a self-managed account, or a professionally managed account. Both accounts had the same rules and the same list of 30 stocks that met the model's criteria from which you could choose. But the professionally managed accounts were automated, while the self-managed accounts were able to decide when to make the trades and which of the 30 stocks they would buy. The clients in the self-managed accounts who exercised their own discretion about the timing of their trades and the stocks that they bought from the list slightly underperformed the S&P 500 during the 2-year period. The automated or professionally managed portfolios, which had the same list of 30 stocks to choose from and the same guidelines given to the self-managed investor, outperformed the self-managed accounts by almost 25%, as well as outperformed the S&P 500 by well over 20% in those 2 years. People who self-managed took a winning system and used their judgment to eliminate all of the outperformance of the model. Greenblatt found that the self-managed investor didn't buy many of the biggest winners of that 2-year period. Instead, they exercised their discretion and avoided them. As well, the self-managed investor tended to sell after periods of negative performance, either absolute loss in a declining market or relative underperformance. They got discouraged by a declining market, or when their stocks underperformed and simply sold stocks without replacing them, held more cash, or just stopped following the strategy. To compound the problem, they bought stocks after periods of good performance. But even as the experts often underperform simple models, underperformance when using a model is due to the fact that we prefer our own judgment. In December of 2009, the Wall Street Journal reported that the best performing U.S. stock mutual fund was Ken Heebner's CGM Focus Fund. Over a 10-year period, the fund had an average annual gain of 18.2%. However, the typical investor in Heebner's fund lost 11% annually. The investor returns were lower than the fund's total returns because the investors bought into the fund after it had a strong run and then sold as it hit bottom. This behavior caused the investor returns in Heebner's fund to be among the worst of any fund tracked by Morningstar. These examples stress the importance of having portfolio management rules in which we have confidence and then following them. A winning strategy can have several components, but doesn't have to be complicated. What's important is having rules and guidelines to follow in any type of market, having confidence in those rules and the indicators you choose to guide you, and most importantly, follow them. As always, if you have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, please reach out to us at the numbers that you see here, and make it a great week.